SwoleBenji here. Today we're doing 30 minutes of tier 6 mapped dungeons. I'm using a light crossbow set that I believe I can speed clear with, so let's go ahead and get started. My equipment cost is 461,000, rounded up, it's 467.81, so like 300 silver difference. The maps cost about 6,000 each. And yeah, I'm a juicy kill. I am out here and I am an absolute juicy kill. And the timer begins when we eat our food buff, which here's how we're gonna do it. I don't want to be too like weird near the gate, but we're gonna park here, just making sure like this is a tier 6 zone. Kindle grass step. This is where the speed hackers are. Eat the food buff, use the map, and there we go. The map is now spawned. Let's go. When this food buff runs out, this is red zone, full loot PvP, guys. Let's go. Let's get rid of this thing on the screen. We'll pull that back up later. There are 5 gankers in the zone. Oh boy. Yep. Not fun. We're gonna see how much we make in 30 minutes. Playing. We're gonna try to play risk-free. We're gonna make sure that we aren't spotted by reds, and depending on how I feel, we'll wait for the portal to close behind us. Or we will just run and gun it. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, I really hate risking this amount of silver. Look, I know I'm sitting on like 29 million and over 10,000 gold, and this is just one character out of 20. Okay, and I divide my wealth, so I have 20 characters that are almost not quite as equally rich, but they are up there in, you know, they have multiple millions on them. And even then, I know it's not a lot to lose for someone of my caliber. It really isn't, but it's not about the amount. It's about the principle, right? And I just heard someone dismount. So I've got to kill this bird. And I'm being spotted by... Like, this guy's already looking at me. Like, what's he doing? Is he skinning? Is he wanting to do dungeons? What is he doing? He's faction flagged. I could probably take him. Alright, so... Because there's a weirdo outside the dungeon spinning around, I've got to do the freaking countdown, okay? So we got to wait 90 seconds. Guaranteed he pops in. If he does, maybe I can just re-record the video and burn a map. It's only 6,000, it's whatever. Or I could try to race him, see if he flags up. If he flags up, I think I could take him. Maybe, maybe not. I'm maximum spec, dude. I doubt, you know, his bear paw is maximum spec. So... because he's being weird outside, I've got to do the countdown, okay? Starts at 300, so minus 90 be 210. We got to wait till 210 to do this safely, all right? And, yeah, so I know I show it off in other vids. I don't want to press B because that'll cancel my countdown, right? But the starting fame credits, like I said, was 2439501. So we're going to see how much we earn and how much silver we earn. And, yeah, there we go. Just waiting for the portal to close. Oh boy, not a lot to talk about. It's kind of hard to keep the dialogue going. Don't worry, just 20 more seconds, lads. But yeah, that guy, what is he doing out there? Is he radioing in? Like, he clearly inspected me. He can see what I'm wearing, right? Maybe he's phoning in his ganker bros over. They're all gonna zone in at the very last second or something. Maybe, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this was the map too. I didn't fully check. Okay, portal's closed. Let's go. We click the rat. We can see that it is the map, and yeah, let's just clear this as fast as we possibly can. And then depending on the loot that we get, we go bank. And yeah, mobs don't die as quick with this gear. Come on, red buff. Dang, that would have been cool if we got it though. That would have been cool. Gotta admit. So, yeah, you can clearly see there's a difference between this and yellow zones, man. Like, it takes a little bit extra oomph to kill mobs. And, like I said, I am in complete maximum spec. So, just gotta really, you know, give the mobs to Pound Town. I'm actually getting beat up, and I have the buff that pretty much makes me immune to death. And I'm still taking big hits. Because, that's what I have. This is a budget build, by the way. Like, I'm using low budget gear, and it's still 460,000. But hey, you know, if you look, I also had the 4.1 satchel, by the way. I didn't mention that 4.1 satchel. That way we have some kind of satchel, okay? So we're getting just, you know, a little bit more fame than usual. Because people like to complain that I use the 8.3 in the save zones and I don't use any satchel in the reds. So we're using the satchel, one that I found affordable, you know, for a reasonable price. And I don't think I can stand here and stay in combat too long against these dudes. Because they are starting to tear me up. Like, I'm down to 20%. Down to 20. Alright, so let's loot this item on the ground. It would have been cool if it was a tome, but it wasn't. Get our life back, and then we will do a sprinty burn run. And sprinty burn run, here we go. Takes a little bit longer to kill these mobs. That kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, not having fun. Like, people think yellow zones are boring. Alright, we got the red buff. Now it's a little less boring. Now we can do some real damage. Yeah, now we're doing damage as if we're geared. Fully geared. Still takes some time though. Run up and it's a tome chest, boss. Come on, tome chests. You know your place. Just let me opt out of tome chests. It's a red zone though. How much we get? We get 22. Wow, 22,000 fame. That's like 4 mobs in a group dungeon. Like, whoop-de-doo, man. Like, all right. Use our helmet. Get our freaking armor buff back. Burn the ghosts. Just burn the ghosts down. Trying to clear it as quick as possible for you guys. I know it's not the fastest because of my gear grade and quality, but it's something, man. It's, you know, it's a fair shake, as I would say. Fair shake, you know, we'll see. We'll see if it's any good or not. There we go, killed the bat. We've killed the bat. Okay, Joker. Now what? I don't know, bring him back. Bring him back to life so I can kill him again. Let's see. Recording software. You okay? Yeah, you're doing all right. We had a little bit of a glitch last time where it like went belly up, and I had to redo the recording for corrupted dungeons. That's yesterday's video. I don't know if I'm even releasing these videos in order. We'll see. You know, I try to mass record when I can. I'm still paranoid. I know the portal's closed behind me, but I'm still paranoid that some doofus with like 4 dudes are gonna roll up with claws and permafrost prism and just dunk me and take my loot, man. That feeling doesn't go away, because back in the day, portals didn't close. When you did a solo dungeon in the red and black zone, you eventually would always be invaded. Always. It was an eventuality. Like, there was no avoiding it. Because yellow zones cap your IP. So you couldn't just farm yellow zones safely all day. You had to go to the red and black zones to get stuff done. There was no other way around it. And these mobs are kicking my butt. So I gotta like take a little slight rest, get to 50%, take out the wizard. There we go, we got him. Pop those dudes, get my health back, and here we go. Let's burn the boss down. I can fight these with my Spectre Jacket, I'm pretty sure. They're not that tough. Especially if I do a little dodgy dodge. There we go. What are we gonna get? Red zone. Not really that good, is it? Is it worth the risk? I'm risking 400,000 here. I don't know, man. Yeah, every single time in the red and black zones, man, you had to risk loot. Portals didn't close. You could be like 3 floors in, you're at the last boss, and suddenly you see 3 nameplates just in the corner of your eye, and here they come. They all jump on you. You're dead. But hey, at least you kept the fame, right? At least you kept the fame, bro. It's like, it's such a cuck mentality. Whenever someone tells you, well, at least you got the fame. It's not, dude. Like, for the amount of money that you're losing, you could just buy fame tomes, especially back then when fame tomes were really cheap. And I'm aware that my armor cooldown is up and I could be using it on these trash mobs, but I want to get the shrine first because it could be a red buff, okay? It could be red. It is a red, yes. Very cool. See, aren't you glad I waited? Because now I can just do this. I'm excited for the faction points for this, because faction points are actually tuned properly for red zones. Okay, that's one I've talked about in videos before. But as far as red zone balance goes, how long it takes to kill a mob versus how much fame they give, it's not really balanced. And we have a purple chest up ahead. Very cool. But fame gains for red zones are very balanced. You absolutely get your faction gain. Faction points are balanced. My bad. Oh, it's Ancient Hero. Here we go. Here we go, lad. Really should have saved my boots for when he frickin' turns on his Spectre jacket, you know? Which, there it is. And I didn't mean to root myself, but hey, I have red buff, it's fine. Red buff lets me just kind of outrange him anyway. And even though the attack cone, you know, gives you plenty, a wide margin, 91k. I still don't think that's worth. How much time did that take? That took 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We have 108,000. So we've made 1/4 of our setback. Oh, and I got another map. So I could just burn the map here. It's a little risk. Yeah, because it could send me to Astolat, and we don't want to do that. That rhymed. Or it could send me to frickin' Filmar Steppe, and we don't want to do that either. So the ideal is to there's 3 gankers right now. Just mental note for myself. We go bank, we come back, we rinse, we rinse and repeat. So that's 10 minutes down, and then we will continue on. And yeah, I'm not playing directly during prime time, but it's not the slow time either, so it is a little busy. The reason I'm banking and coming back is because speed hackers were literally here like an hour ago. There's some loot there. I want to grab it, but I don't want to get off my mount. It's a trap. Remember, the speed hackers can see you off screen. You can't see their nameplate, but they can see you, man. That's just how it be. And they gank in pairs of 3, or not pairs, groups of 3. And there's 3 flagged people, so it makes me think it's them. And I'm a juicy target. I'm 460,000, okay? So, I mean, you can't run from them because they're faster than you. Ugh. Alright, so the silver we don't have to bank because we don't drop that or the tomes, but everything else we gotta put in this bank here. And I gotta make a mental note of how much it is in case I die, because I don't want to ride back out here. Dying is the end of the run, by the way. Like, alright, so yoink yoink, put all that in there, keep the map out. So we're at 71.5k. There we go. Now we go back, and I think we have time for another dungeon. Because we had to wait that 90 seconds, that did take a lot out of our farming time. Alright. I don't know, man. Just I don't like doing map dungeons. And there's a faction fight. I want to be part of it, but I'm doing this for science. I can't stop what I'm doing. That's for another video. We'll compare faction point earnings. Like I said, I'm doing all of it, man. Okay, let's go. Back to Kindlegrass we go. Round number 2. And if I hear an ox, that means gatherer, which is fine, because they're not going to be stealing dungeons. That guy's not a gatherer, though. He's definitely ganking. His build's a little sus. No gankers right now on the field. Very nice. We are at peace. If no one sees us enter the dungeon, I think we could be good to go. And there's one ganker now. We could be good to go and just start clearing. The cool thing about red zones is if someone enters your dungeon flagged up, not faction flagged, but just regular flagged, you can see it in the bottom right corner. You can see if a ganker enters your dungeon or not. So no one's witnessing me enter this, so this is good. So I think we're just gonna balls it. We're just gonna go in immediately. See the bottom right number? If a red player enters the dungeon, that will turn to a 1. And I may or may not notice there isn't like a graphic when it updates, sadly. I wish there was. It'd be really easy to program, you know? It'd be really easy to implement. Here, let's get you going. Make sure to pop the skellies. We gotta make sure that we're doing this for the proper science, you know, and stuff. Oh, there's an item on the ground. Let's grab it. Tier 5.1. The rats. Give me the rats. Challenge points. It's not terrible on challenge points. I wish I could calculate challenge points, but that's a little iffy, and it takes a while to update, so yeah. Here, let's just... The reason I don't use the Spectre helmet immediately, because I know people have commented about it, is if the shrine resets my R, then I can save my helmet for another day. And I know some people are like, well, you could have just waited 7 seconds and gotten the most out of it. That's a buff shrine. I'm not going down there. That's a waste of time. Even if it is a red buff, it's still a waste of time because it's so far out of the way. This is why undead dungeons are inefficient, and I'm working on numbers to see if they're even worth skipping or not. Of course, this is a mapped dungeon, so we don't want to skip it anyway, but... Alright. And then up here is... We're gonna get... Don't worry, I see this. Where this rat is, you see it? We're gonna get that, but we're gonna take the boss because this is a fame shrine. Okay, we want the fame shrine. Because that's gonna increase our fame for the 30 minutes test. I know it's not entirely accurate, but it kind of is because you get them all the time. I get them all the time. I don't think I got one in the Yellow Zone run, which was a really bad run, by the way, but I have plenty of runs on my channel that show... there we go, got it. That show way better runs. So personally, I know that Yellow Zone dungeons are great, but, you know, for the current generation of cell phone gamers, you know, if they want to think that Yellow Zones suck, then fine. You know, they're free to think that if they want. That's absolutely allowed. It's completely fine. I'm just here to show them the current data in the current month and the current year, and I'm gonna tank this blizzard. You would think my armor could like melt the ice. Not bad. That was a 50k green chest. Pretty nice. There's a theory that someone had on the forums, and I want to test it. Even though it's a crazy theory that probably makes no sense coding-wise, it's still worth testing because I test every freaking theory just about, okay? And the theory is that the more damage you do to a mob while doing dungeons, right? The more damage that you do, the better the loot, okay? So I guess to test this theory, I would need to like go curse staff, get them down to like 1% somehow, and have the curse explosion give them a massive overkill of like 5,000. And you know, it's interesting. Like say you get the boss down to like almost no health, and then you finish it with an auto attack. Well, you didn't really overkill it that hard, but if you like use a crossbow and you use the snipe ability, and you overkill them for 1,000, they are saying that from their testing. And it's just a guy with one post on his account, okay? It's a guy, that's his only post. It could be a shit post. He's saying that if you overkill the bosses, they drop more loot. Because that's how loot is coded. He also says that's how it works in group dungeons, even though I've never seen that to be the case, because I've always played DPS. And I've never witnessed such things. Mostly the tanks are the ones getting all the damn loot, it seems. It feels like it. I think he just had some bad RNG and he's just coping. But you never really know. It's still worth a test, and at some point I've got to test it, right? Some point I've got to bust out the crossbow. Why am I slowed? Come on now, let's go. I get it. I know the wizard casted freaking slow spell, but yo, we can kill this. Archer's not too tough. Just dodge the poison arrow there. Dodge the cone. I'm not reactivating my Spectre Jacket to kill this thing faster. It's already halfway dead. I want my Spectre Jacket to clear that damn next room. That's a problem. Pain in the butt. Alright, I gotta remember. I did not wait for the portal to close, so there could be a dude in here, like faction flagged. There could be. You know, we don't know. How's my food buff? Halfway. Yeah, this next room sucks. Why am I armor shredding this guy? And I hate how... Look how annoyingly he pathed. Such a pain in the butt, man. Alright. Oh, never mind. I was thinking it was a different tile. It's not. It's just a regular hallway tile. My bad. That's how blind I am, guys. I'm so blind. I don't know why y'all watch me. The blind gamer. Blind Benji. Poison rats go splurt. This fame buff shrine, I wasn't able to utilize it for the whole dungeon, sadly. In a Yellow Zone dungeon, I can easily make it to the boss, kill him, get that juicy bonus fame, but sadly not today. Sadly not. Oh, yeah. Let's get these skelly bros. You know, they have a shield, but they don't have a shield ability. Only the heretic monsters with their little crappy wooden shields have a shield ability. I guess the skeleton feels too confident he doesn't need to block. Or something. Who knows? Alright, can I not stand in your spell? Damn it. He got me with it. And it slows you way longer than a yellow zone. Ugh. Can't move. Can't sleep. Clown will eat me. Alright, we got a double bursty here. A boop, a boop. Hit him with the E. Hit him with the Q. Let him explode. Hit him with the auto. Auto did not finish him off because they're tankier. Tier 6 red zone mapped dungeons. How dare you. Oh, another epic. We begin, you know, it's actually been a good spread of monsters. Okay, so this is actually kind of dangerous because of that. So I'm going to use my boots so I can avoid it. Because if these guys start knocking you into the frost spells, it's over, man. And remember, I'm using like a cheap set. Now, children, let me remind you that I'm maximum spec. And yes, I'm not picking up the silver. It's not much. Like, these guys, 300. Whoop-de-doo. Who cares? Alright, so this boss is just piss easy. It's the easiest boss in the entire game. You could solo this in a group dungeon. They never scaled the damage of it up. You could stand here and do exactly what I'm doing to a group dungeon version of this. It just has 35,000 health, but it deals the same amount of damage to you. Like, it's incredibly easy. And then watch me die, because my Spectre Jacket is eating all my health. And there you go. Ooh, that's a good chest. 170-something K. Oh, we got a tier 8 boot. Very nice. Alright, we're actually now ahead on silver. Very cool, sort of, yeah. We just gotta make it back. We gotta beeline it out of here. There's 4 gankers. Are we gonna make it? Can I go left? I could. Oh, that's a tunnel. That leads to lazy grass. Alright, there's 5 gankers. Speed hackers. They be running though. So okay, I gotta make a note right here. Group dungeon. That is a potential safety area I can run to if necessary. All right, and there's a few tricks I can do. I can enter a dungeon near the entrance if they're camping it. There's a lot of gankers right now. 6 gankers, and I'm worth like $500,000 right now if they pop me, dude. Which, I mean, okay, I can easily make that back, okay? It's not a problem. I have the resources to lose. To me, if I lose the resources, it's worth the video at this point. That's how I'm coping. That's how I'm pushing myself to make this content for you guys. Is if I die, at least the video will get thousands of views and maybe show someone out there if it's worth doing or not, okay? Alright, so that's 2 red zone dungeons down. I know, like, we've only done 2 dungeons. What the heck, bro? Like, what the hell? Why are we doing this? Alright, let's bank. Oh, there's a PvP here. I'm faction flagged. You can't hurt me, though. It's fine. We can just ignore them. And throw all this in our little chest. There we go. We have secured it. 283 plus 131. Alright. Cool. Oh, we need another map. Of course. Split the map. And how much time do we have? 7 minutes. I like the cut of his jib. He's doing it in flat 6 too, man. He's just out there hurting people at the chest. Very cool. Cool guy. Alright, one more dungeon. Can I finish it in time? In 30 minutes. That's what, 3 maps in 30 minutes? That's terrible, terrible clear speed. Well, okay, technically maps can be multiple floors, you know. Okay, where's it putting us? Pretty close. Pretty darn close. Hopefully it's not surrounded by gankers. It's just right over here in the corner. Technically the edges of the map are where gatherers tend to, you know, be. And gankers, they like to go clockwise, usually, around the map, or counterclockwise, depending on where they're entering from. Ooh, I packed into a mob. That's bad. That is bad. Okay, there's a guy there. Remember, ESPers can see if it's a map to dungeon or not, okay? That's a bad thing. Is anyone going to witness me enter this? There is no witnesses. No one saw me enter. That means we can just we can just go. We can just freaking sprint. And yeah, we're doing this for the video. Normally I wouldn't do this, ever. Especially with 400,000 worth of loot on me, dude. I am gonna pay for it. Like, mark my words, this is foreshadowing. This is not voiced up, this is live. This is live, man. But how fast can I clear this? You know, it's not an undead dungeon, man, these guys are dangerous, dude. I need a faster way to clear these. But hey, you know, the average player won't even be able to clear this fast because they won't have maximum specs. They won't have 400,000 in gear. They're not doing the Spectre Jacket freaking cheese. Okay, we hit this and then we walk this way, and that's gonna pull all of these dudes. We can also pull. Well, I didn't pull them in time, so whatever. Failed to pull. All right, let's keep moving. Keep on trucking. Let's get the melee pack, mix them with the spell pack, hit them with the Qs so they all take the damage. And there we go. Gotta do these efficient, fast, speedy boy pulls. And, you know, if I go over, you know, the 30 minutes, guys, I don't know, man. I kind of just want to finish the map. Assuming it's not like multiple floor dungeons. And what's gonna suck is if I'm calculating fame gain and then someone is in here with me. I'm watching that number in the bottom right. I'm watching it, man. I mean, you would think a ganker would be like, oh no, it will alert them to my presence. And yes, I'm being paranoid. I know people tell me I'm always paranoid in these kinds of red zone videos. Alright, of course it's another floor. How fast did we clear this floor, though? Food buff. So like 3 minutes? Maybe faster, I don't know. And zap, and auto, and auto, and auto. Boop. Down he goes. 500 fame. Arr, me mateys. And yeah, I don't kill the trap dudes, because you don't have to. Unless you tag them, then they count as an active mob. And they are kind of annoying because they bounce you around, but it's whatever. They're just little fun bouncy balls. They look like cannons, but they're actually dodgeballs, guys. They're actually dodgeballs, see? It's like you're playing dodgeball. But I'm not gonna let him hit me so I can go forward. Look at that! That guy just brought me to the next battle. How nice of him. They knock you so much further in red zone dungeons. Ain't that cool? That's some speedrun strats for you. Alright, and we are still moving. Food buff is still pumping. Now, technically, here's the cope I'm going to do for the dungeon, for the vid, guys. I use the food buff at the entrance to the red zone. So, you know, to account for travel time. But if I wanted to be like, well, I could, you know, pop the food buff like you would a normal person. Once you're in the dungeon, once you're clearing the dungeon. Let's, activate that jacket. Okay, I'm taking big hits here. I'm turning the jacket off. I should be able to out DPS him. There we go, got him. Cool. We gotta be careful with our jacket usage. Not a good chest. But hey, we got some good ones earlier in the previous dungeon, so makes up for it. So yeah, I think we'll finish this, and then we're gonna get back to that chest because that counts on our earnings. Because if we die on the way back, then you know we gotta calculate that. Okay, we gotta calculate that. But hey, you know we might see it. Come on, red buff, man. Don't give me blue. Give me the red. There we go. We kind of did it. We still didn't do the pull correctly. That's fine though. You don't always have to do the pulls correctly. You can do them sloppily. This build allows you to be sloppy. Because I mean, it's light crossbow. What's there to hate? You can't be hating on the light crossbow. Especially when I have blue buff combined with Mistcaller build. Yeah, we're like machine gunning these explosions up. Very nice. How much fame you think we'll earn from this? Could be a good amount. I mean, we're making good time. I think we're doing pretty darn good. Alright, so for the sake of my food buff, I don't think I'll be using the Spectre Jacket the rest of the run, because it's got what, a minute? Oh, a minute left? Okay, yeah, we can use another dose of it. Give me the dose, doctor. Kill the big boys. At least kill the big boys. I hate how these are spaced out because you cannot hit both with Q. You have to kite one, and then they always kite weirdly, so it just never works. All right, so can I get this final frickin' pull? Yeah, I think we did it. There we go. And then get this guy in. We absolutely did it, right? Like the food buff timed almost perfectly with the dungeon completing. Okay, I'm turning this off though, because this guy's gonna start spinning. He's a little scary. I'm just gonna run. Don't run all the way into that corner because it'll reset the fight. And armor shred into E, into Qs, into autos, into Qs. I have a health potion. I'm fine. We're fine. It's just a tier 6 map dungeon boss. It ain't no thing. Doing another spin. We just shoot a rocket at his feet. Down he goes. Alright. And that's the loot. Very cool. Very nice. Let's see. How am I prepared? That's not knockback because it's not cloth. Alright, we gotta get back to base camp. There's 5 gankers. This guy's not afraid. He's out here gathering in the red zone with 5 gankers. What a Chad. What an absolute mad lad. He could be a bot. I don't know, man. Could be. Alright. My eyeball's in the bottom left corner. Try not to read the chat. Just focus on getting the heck out of here. Alright, and we'll go to the faction chest and we'll look at all of our loot and do the calculations there. Alright, we made it. We have succeeded in our mission. We were not killed with our super expensive set on. And oh, there's some PvPers. I don't know why they turned around for me. They can't hurt me. I'm faction flagged, so meh. I wish they would change that. I wish red players could hurt faction players, but I get why. If you're in the yellow zone and you, you wound a faction player, then another faction can come finish you off. So, all right, let's look at our earnings. Not those. I brought extra maps. I was a little overconfident of how many maps I could do in 30 minutes. All right, so it's actually 272 plus 149. So 272 plus 149. Let's just bust out the calculator. 272 plus 149 is 421,000 silver earned. Let's get that on the end screen there. That way I can, use this for later. So we earned 421k in 30 minutes, which is okay. I do better in yellow zone dungeons most of the time, not always. Not in my recent tests, of course. Okay, so now let's do fame credits. Fame credits ended at 3053861. Get those commas in there for display purposes. Bust out the calculator. 3053861. We're going to click the minus key so we don't mute our microphone. 2439501. 614,360. That's really not much. That is not a lot of fame credits. Fame earned. Like, that's 100k more than I think my other 2 tests. Like, Hunter Corrupted Dungeons were doing 560k in 30 minutes, right? So, fame earned. This is, of course, at max spec. I only used a 4.1 satchel. Yes, I know. Alright, and then faction points. That's the big one. Oh, there's a faction guy. I gotta watch my 6. My 12? That is wrong one. Faction warfare. Ending faction points was 56,611. Which puts us at 56,611. Hit that minus key with the clicker. 53,905. So we earned 2,706 faction points. So our red zone tier 6 maps worth doing with an expensive speed clear set? No, they're not. I don't think so. Go ahead and use those. And I could burn these tomes. I could. I'm not, because it's a waste. And you technically get these regardless if you die or not. So, I'm SwoleBenji. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay swole. Make sure you return your shopping carts. Leave a like and a comment. Do both. If you do both, if you like and comment the video, it's an algorithm cheat code. It really helps out. It really tells YouTube that you like the video, okay? Doing both is the most helpful thing you can do. Also, subscribe. 80% of you aren't subscribed. Hit the subscribe button right now so you can get more juicy info vids like this, so you can learn more about what's worth your time and what's worth doing. I try to make a video every day. If you don't want to subscribe anymore, you can always unsubscribe later. It's completely free, but for now, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.